Introducing the remarkable archetype, the dangerous gentleman. With a demeanor that commands respect and a hint of potency, he embodies strength tempered by virtue. Though his capabilities could veer towards danger, he channels his power for noble causes, serving others and safeguarding those in need. Rooted in a profound love for both God and humanity, he navigates life with discipline and purpose. In his presence, one witnesses the harmonious blend of power and benevolence, a testament to the true essence of masculinity. Step into the world of the dangerous gentleman, where strength is wielded for righteousness, and discover a captivating embodiment of honor and valor.
Greetings and welcome to the Dangerous Gentleman podcast. Yes, I am the Dangerous Gentleman. No, I did not give myself that nickname, but I certainly did earn it. Stay tuned. In an upcoming episode, I'm going to explain exactly what I mean by that statement, because I say it a lot, but I haven't really had a chance to explain it, but we'll get to that. In the meantime, let's jump into today's topic, which is truth and honesty. On the surface, those two words have similar definitions. But if you dig down, if you scratch a little under the surface, there is a big difference. You see, truth is objective. Truth is absolute. Truth has very little, if anything, to do with how you feel. Honesty, on the other hand, is a much more of a subjective idea. It is a lot more based on your perceptions. So the truth is that today it is sunny and warm, and the sky is blue, and there are clouds in the sky. That is the truth. The truth is that 2 + 2 = 4. The truth is that there is a God in heaven and he loves us. The truth is the truth. The truth can be proven. The truth can be backed up by facts. And the truth really, in the long run, cannot be argued with. Honesty, on the other hand, has to do with our perception of the world and how we look at things. To me, I might look outside today and be like, oh, it's sunny and warm. And I don't like that. It's too hot. It's too hot. That's me being honest. That's me telling you my feelings of the situation. It's too hot. I don't think that 2 + 2 = 4. That's me being honest. I'm telling you, I am being honest. I am not lying when I tell you that. I am not lying. I am lying in relation to the truth, but I am not lying in relation to my own perceptions. So truth is truth. Honesty has to do with our perceptions of reality. And our perceptions of reality can be skewed by a lot of different things. It can be skewed by how we're born, how we're raised, the things we read, the things we watch, and the things that we associate with, and the people we surround ourselves with. That affects our perceptions, and that affects our honesty. So we can come up to someone and we can state to them something very emphatic. I believe this. And that's being honest, but it's not the truth. It may or may not be the truth. Sometimes honesty is the truth, and sometimes honesty is not the truth. But you, the person who is telling the facts, the person who is telling the story, is oftentimes, I shouldn't say often, but is sometimes being honest. Sometimes they're not. A lot of people are not honest. But I feel that most people are being honest. And if they are being honest and not telling the truth, that has to do with some kind of programming that's going on in their brain. That doesn't give them an excuse. That goes back to the episode I did on explanations are not excuses. Just because we think a certain way and we are honest about the way we think, that doesn't make those thoughts right. We can still be wrong. There's a lot of that going on today. If you look at our society, if you look at our culture, there's a lot of people who are stating things very emphatically. This is the way that it is. And in their mind, they are being honest. The economy is great. Our culture and society is going real well. On at least some level, they honestly believe that. But then there are objective levels of truth that you can actually look at. There are numbers. There are facts that can't be argued with that tell you what the truth is, regardless of how honest you are about that. On a personal level, you can be very honest with the way that things are going. Yeah, things are great. Things are great. I'm doing real well. And then if you dig down and you find out the truth, and that the truth doesn't line up with the way that you actually perceive things. You could walk around and you could tell, like if you're in a relationship, and you could tell everybody that the relationship is going really well, that your job is going really well, that you're raising your kids right and you're doing all the right things. And you're being honest because you actually think that. But the truth is that under the surface, you might be about to lose your job. Your kids might be a bunch of juvenile delinquents. That relationship that you think is solid might be on the brink. Because when you're dealing with honesty and you got two people involved, each one of those people has their honest opinion. Each one of those people can be honest about the relationship. And if one of those people says, I honestly believe that things are going great, and the other person says, I honestly don't think that things are going great, guess what? The truth is that that's probably not going great. And that the truth is that there's not a whole lot of communication going on. If you honestly think that you're raising your kids well, and you're constantly pulling them out of bad situations, and they're getting expelled from school, if they're getting in fights, if they're failing their classes, it doesn't matter if you honestly think that you are raising them well. You are making some mistakes somewhere. Criminals give their honest side of the truth. They give their honest opinion. They are honest with the judge. Well, sometimes. I'm not going to say that they always are. But sometimes those criminals are like, yeah, I wasn't doing anything wrong. Because in their mind, they are honestly not doing anything wrong. To them, it's not anything wrong. But the truth is that they are violating the law. They are violating some code of ethics. They are doing something that they are not supposed to be doing. Therefore, the truth is they are a criminal, regardless of how they honestly feel about that. You could be dieting, and you could walk around and tell, yeah, I'm dieting. I'm honestly doing everything that I can to lose weight. But the truth is, if you're not losing weight, the truth is that you're missing something somewhere. So even though you honestly think you're doing well on your diet, you honestly think you're doing well with your exercise, you're honestly doing well with whatever it is that you're trying to improve, if you're not losing weight, if you're not getting stronger, if that situation isn't improving yourself, it doesn't matter how honest you are, you have to measure that with the truth. Okay? The truth is something that can be measured against. Honesty needs to be measured against the truth. A paranoid schizophrenic believes often that the world is out to get them, or that there are people chasing them. They honestly believe that, and they will tell you that, and they will swear to your face that someone is out to get them. But the truth is, there isn't anyone out to get them. The truth is that they are paranoid schizophrenic, but you will never get them to admit that, because their honesty, their perception is that somebody is out to get them. The truth is always the standard to be measured against. Honesty, when it doesn't line up with the truth, is hypocritical. And some people don't see that. It's hard to see. When my life fell apart, I honestly believed at the time that I was doing everything that I was supposed to do. I honestly believed that I was behaving like a good husband and a good father and a good citizen and a good human being in the world. That was me. I honestly believed, and I told people, I'm doing everything that I can. I'm doing everything that I can. I'm doing everything that I should. I'm doing everything that they tell me to do. But the truth is that I was way off the mark. The truth is that I was missing the mark big time in a multitude of areas. And the truth came out when I lost my kids, when I lost my wife, when I lost my house, my car, when I was broke and living on the street. That was the truth. So very often, the truth is where we get to when we think we're being honest, but we aren't. The truth is the consequences of our actions without any external interference. We end up at the truth because that's the way the universe works. The universe doesn't work so much on honesty. The universe works based on the truth. If the universe operated based on honesty, then what I say, if it's different than what you say, there's no way to resolve those things, okay? Somewhere between what I say is and me being honest and you being honest, somewhere is the truth. And the closer that we can actually get to the truth, the closer we will get to where we want to be. And sometimes we need to look to other people. Sometimes we need to go and we need to have someone call us to check us and be like, hey man, this is what's going on. And then they can say to us, well, what does that look like? Well, it looks like this. Well, the truth is that you're not being honest. The truth is that you think things are going well. The truth is that they're not. The truth is that you need to change this, this, and this. When I thought I was eating well and trying to lose weight, and I was like, oh man, I'm doing all the right things. And I wasn't getting anywhere. Like I had to go to someone else to find out the truth. I had to be willing to give up, to be honest with them. And then they had a chance to come back and confront me with the truth. Not their version of honesty, but the truth. Andrew, you're eating too much. You're not exercising enough. You're not in a calorie deficit. You're not going to lose weight. So when I was actually allowed the truth to enter into my life, in terms of when I lost weight, but also in terms of when people started to confront me, when God spoke to me and said, Andrew, you're not doing everything. And I had other people tell me when my life fell apart, that was the truth smacking me straight across the face. That was the truth, combating my own honesty and basically telling me that I was lying to myself and I was lying to other people. The truth cannot handle a lie. And eventually the truth will win out. The truth beats honesty. So think of a few areas in your life where you're like, hey, I'm doing everything I can, but you're not getting results. Whether that might be your diet, it might be relationships, it might be any one of a number of things. But try to separate, try to tease out the difference between the truth and honesty. And if you're having a hard time, if you think you're doing everything you can, but you're not getting the results that you expect, maybe that's your truth. Maybe that's your honesty coming up against the truth. And maybe that's time to bring someone else in. Maybe it's time to do some harsh separation of those two facts and to really look at and dig deep and look past your perception. Find someone who can be honest with you or find some objective standard to measure yourself against and determine if you are really being truthful or if you're just relying on your own level of honesty. It's been a very big, powerful thing for me to try to tease those things out. Because for a long time, I had all these people who were telling me these things. And they're like, oh yeah, this is this, and this is this, and this is this. And yet I knew in my head and I knew in my heart that something was off. I was watching the news and people were like, yeah, this is what it is. This is what's going on. And then my brain is like, that's not what's going on. That's not what's going on. But they were so adamant about it. They were so involved. They were so invested because they were being honest, because something had gotten in there, convinced them that they were right. But when compared to the truth, compared to the objective standards of society, compared to the objective standards of God and the Bible and the way things actually work, the truth wasn't lining up with their honesty. And things weren't lining up the way they thought they were. It's all over the place in our world today. I could get into a whole bunch of specifics, but this is more dealing with people on an individual basis, with you looking at things and being able to say, am I being honest? Well, yes, I'm being honest. But is that the truth? Where do I need to look? Who do I need to talk to? What questions do I need to ask to move past my perception and my honesty and to see the truth and start living based on the truth, the objective, absolute truth. People don't like absolute truth, but there's a lot of absolute truth out there. And the sooner and the quicker that each one of us can accept that and start to live based on that, the further we'll go, the more people will be able to help, and the better our life will be, and the better our society and our culture will be. That's all I have to say for today, and I will talk to you later.
So if you like this content, please give it a rating, a review, and share it with your friends. Also, if you'd like to learn a little bit more about me and what I'm all about and what I can maybe do for you, check out my website at thedangerousgentleman.org. That's thedangerousgentleman.org. Thank you for listening.